Yes, you are most welcome once again, and would like to share with you another area that you need to be very careful with it when you are reading. You are reading for your promotion exam or your aptitude test, and we are looking at complementary education agency, that is CEA. And it was an act being passed in the year 2020, Act 1055, by Parliament to establish a complementary education agency. And the agency is to oversee the provision and the administration of quality complementary and to provide related matters on the complementary education in Ghana, or the non-formal education that we are talking about. So for us to jump in, the act was passed on 29 December the year 2020 by Parliament and assented by the President of Ghana. The main objective of the agency is to promote and provide quality complementary education in Ghana. And some of the functions of this agency is: one, to provide functional basic literacy education to the disadvantaged group in the country. So the less disadvantaged people who cannot get the opportunity to go to school, this complementary education was to provide necessary education or training or literacy training for these underprivileged people in Ghana. Then, two, provide complementary education pathways or opportunities in the formal education system from the primary to the tertiary level for persons including the out-of-school children. The out-of-school children, it is the work of this complementary agency to help provide quality complementary education for this out of school children from primary to the tertiary level. Then another thing that it does is that it provides occupational skill training for different grade groups. It provides occupational skill training for different trade groups. So it could be carpentry, it could be seamstress, it could be hairdressing, training skills that could be organized for the out of school children from primary to the tertiary level. Then it advises the minister on complementary education in accordance with the National Development Plan. So it is also very important that you get to know this. Then formulate policies and guidelines for the advance the complementary education in Ghana. Please get to know this before you go and write your promotion exam. You may not get it from anywhere, but from this is free. Then another thing is that develop curriculum and institutional materials and best practices for the complementary education. So when we say complementary education, anything that will help the less advantaged to have the opportunity to explore their skills, being it practical or knowledge based, it is the work of this agency to provide that. Then it coordinates and implements activities in the complementary education sector, sector to help the agency to develop learners or persons who are less advantaged. And another thing is that it creates a community learning platforms for complementary education. This is the first non-formal education that has been rebranded with this complementary education agency. So get to know them. Then equipped learners with the knowledge, attitude, and skills to enable them to improve the quality of life in the communities in a lifelong learning, framing the work for it is very important. Get to know them before you go and write the promotion. Then it develops and designed and promote strategies and programs for the conduct and the implementation of all forms of complementary education in Ghana. So it's very, very important that we get to know this before we go and write our promotion exams. And it will help us solve the challenges that we face in the promotion exams so that we'll come out successful as a candidate. Then it creates opportunities in the formal education system for a continuous education of learners, especially the children out of school children. Then the last functions that it performs is that it's performed any other function that is so relevant and that is so necessary for the attainment of the agency's goal. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this relevant information that we are giving out. Smash the subscribe button. We shall come back another time for another important one. Bye bye.